My name is Jacob Gilreath. I'm a tattoo artist, and this is my story. My first experience in a tattoo shop, probably go back to when I was like 3 or 4 maybe. My dad used to be a tattoo artist, so I grew up in the shop. I used to draw his stencils out when I was really young even. He used to tattoo out of our crib even before the fact he had the shop, so I remember being in the industry when I was really, really young. Yeah, my first tattoo that I did was on my older brother. I want to say I was probably 13 years old, and it was out of our dad's old tattoo partner's house. And it was like a little 999 on his wrist. And I remember that my leg was shaking so bad when I was tattooing him. I had to put a Folgers coffee can under my leg to stop my body from shaking, because I was just sitting there just needling him the whole time. So I have a lot of his old machines. He died, I'd say, he died 10 years ago. So all the stuff that he has is 20 years old, you know. Coil machines are really outdated. I'll use a coil machine from time to time. It's just a lot more inconvenient than setting up a rotary pen. All I gotta do is just wrap it, slap the needle in, and we're good to go. Those you have to tune, you set up a whole different needle bar, your plunger bar, it's a whole different thing. I mean, since I was a kid, what really inspired me was my dad, mainly growing up. I'd watch him tattoo, you know, always being in the shop, hanging out there, even when I wasn't supposed to, just always hanging out. Yeah, I don't know. My mom, her and my dad were divorced, so she didn't really want me over at the tattoo shop, which I think drove me a little bit more to kind of go over there. Just, you know, like what's going on over there, she doesn't want me to see. But yeah, no, definitely just growing around in that environment really inspired me. I always drew when I was a kid, painted and stuff like that, and here we are now. Yeah, my specific styles that I really like to do are either black and gray realism or American traditional. Big bold lines, smooth grays, stuff like that. I love my job. It's if you like what you're doing, it doesn't really feel like you're working, you know. I come into work every day happy with what I do, excited to do the piece that I'm about to do, you know. I don't come in here pissed off like, damn, I gotta be at work today, you know. The best part of my job has gotta be one-on-one customer basis. I don't like dealing with a lot of people. I only do 1 tattoo a day just so I can really hone in on that one client. Yeah, it's really got to be the best part, just getting to know my client, getting to know what he or she wants, and really seeing their face when I execute a tattoo on them, seeing how happy they are when they're done with it. What makes me stand out, I feel like I try to, you know, I really feel like it's not the tattoo that makes people come back 99% of the time. It's really the customer experience. I just try to make my people feel like they're at home, make sure that they're comfy in here. If they got a couple homies that come in, they can put their feet up on the couch, kick it for a couple hours, and they don't, you know, they're not bored or nothing. My first shop experience was tattooing wise. I used to mess around on fake skins at a friend of a friend's shop, you know, when I was younger. He let me eventually tattoo my brother out of his house, and then the rest is history from there. I just kind of stayed with it, stayed consistent with it, and yeah, that's really the only thing that I can say about it. Just gotta stay consistent with it even when you're younger. So I have a booking website that I try to send people to. If you're not a homie, if you're a homie and I already know you, I've tattooed you before, we're on a personal basis, text me real quick, I'll find you a spot in the books. It's your first time trying to get in, I send people to my website. It's a booking request. So basically they'll send in their idea for what they want, their location, their budget. I'll get an email about it, and then I'll send, if I'm down with working within their budget, what they want and all that, I'll send them a link and they can pick their day, their time, and they'll send a deposit over. And then from there we text back and forth, knocking out designs, figuring out really what they do want and what they're happy with at the end of the day. I don't necessarily say I have a favorite tattoo that I've done on a person specifically. More or less a style. I really love doing black and gray realism, a lot of religious pieces, Jesus portraits and stuff like that. So anytime I get to do one of them, I always have a fun time doing it. But every tattoo I do is my favorite. You know, I put the same amount of effort into a full-on sleeve that I do into somebody's name. Pointers my dad would give me, I think he would just tell me to keep doing what I'm doing. My dad had a really old school way of tattooing, so not trying to shit on anybody's parade, but like his style was very outdated, old school tattooing. So So I think he would just tell me to keep doing what I'm doing, really. Just keep on keeping on. Hopefully my legacy takes me in 10 years. I mean, I'd like to own my own shop by then. That'd be kind of ideal. If not, hopefully here still. That'd be my only other option. I'm happy where I'm at, but definitely in 10 years from now, I'd like to be seeing myself opening my own place.